What is going on, everybody? We are back with another CCW review. I am Nick.
And I am Joe, and I hopefully have audio.
You do. Listen, that's not my
Good,
problem
nice.
anymore. Now the problem is
It's that
hitting the
darn
streaming.
streaming button.
I'm so used to streaming twice a day now. Speaking of which, we'll talk about that later. So, anyways, first and foremost, uh, Paul White's on commentary tonight, and let me tell you guys how happy I was for most of the night that I didn't have to hear Nigel
Be disinterested in what Tony had to say.
being yes, yes. Listen, I do think Nigel is a better commentator than um overall than Tony Schiavone,
Sure. Sure.
but I think Paul has better chemistry with Tony.
I think Paul was so excited to be there that he was just not worn down by the Tony Schiavone-ness of the show.
Now, when I saw him, I knew he was going to get involved with some story plot somewhere because that's the only time they ever bring Paul in, right? So like
Which is silly.
I knew he was there for a very specific purpose. However, the moment that it was made me very happy and I laughed out loud. Be- because Champa had to get on a chair to get face to face. It was funny. Okay, it was funny. Paul's
To
a
be
big guy.
fair, almost anybody would have had to have gotten in it on a chair to stand face to face with Paul White.
I mean that's true, but it was funny. Uh, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, no, I was happy to hear Paul though. I was a fan of Paul White back when he was doing Dark. Like
I don't disagree. I
I've
don't
always thought he
disagree.
was a decent commentator. Do I think he's one of the best? No, but do I think is he better than what feels like most of what AEW's got right now? Yeah,
It literally was his energy.
yeah,
Uh, and
and he didn't leave
it
dead
was
air.
and no, no, and Shivani didn't feel like he had to say everything because show was, like you said, not letting any dead air out there. The bad part is they still had way too many guests on commentary, and that those are the people that made the commentary not good tonight.
Yeah. Although there was one thing that was said, and we'll get to that pretty soon too, that actually had me laughing. Um,
Yeah, there was one thing that Paul said that kind of made me a little cranky. He didn't know what a fucking destroyer was.
he
And I'm
was like
like,
he did
bro,
like a
watch your
flip
watch
and
your own product. Everybody does it.
he did a flip into like a DDT.
Like a sunset flip into like a DDT almost driver type maneuver.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, watch your show. Watch the
Speaking of,
company you work for.
Speaking of which, I believe the match that happened on no, actually I think it was this match. Jack Perry versus Nick Wayne is our match number one. Uh
It
the
was because Nick Wayne did it to the outside and hurt his sold his tailbone.
let me say this match was better than it had any right to be.
It's my match of the night.
I went into this match thinking it was going to be absolute bore fest,
I
and
did too.
I was actually very happy with how the entire match played out. Let me see. Is it
Nick
my
Wayne's
match of the
character
night?
work sucks, but this match was great, and it was completely due to him.
It is, I guess, probably technically my match of the night. Out of the 9 matches, it is probably the best match. I have one match
A
that
9-match 2-hour show. Jeez.
I have one match specifically that I personally like more for specific reasons. But if we're going based off of just pure wrestling, I do think this was the
Is it the
best match
Ciampa
of the night.
match?
No, not at all.
Oh, no.
It's the Athena squash because I like seeing Athena in the ring, and I'm biased.
I
So,
mean, that was good. That was the last match I fully watched, I think.
and that match was just Athena beating the brakes off somebody. So I
Oh,
was
she did beat the brakes off of her.
yeah, she did.
I hope
Um,
that indie girl's check was lofty.
so we get a cool spot where Nick went to go to leapfrog over Perry, but Perry stopped mid ring and drop kicked him out of midair. I need more of this in wrestling, period, because like
Right?
no one does shit like that. They just always, oh yeah, we're just gonna run through the under the legs like we're supposed to. No, no. Look, we already have to suspend the disbelief that the ropes are actually making you bounce off of them.
Right?
Okay, So whenever you can every now and again do some shit where you like, listen, people hate the spot, but I love when somebody bounces off the rope, stops mid ring, and runs to the other direction. Makes me laugh every time. As long as they don't
Yeah,
do it for
because
10 minutes.
it's a tactic.
Right. Um, Wayne got power bombed onto the apron from the turnbuckle. Looked like that hurt.
Yeah, it did.
Wayne hit a through the ropes destroyer that was pretty fantastic. Listen,
You mean that sunset flip DDT pile driver thing?
that one. Listen, at least it wasn't the area codes move. Then
But that makes sense though, because you can't just call everything a 619, right?
you can call that very specific move a 619. That's what it is.
I like the area code thing.
Nick Wayne hit the most beautiful fisherman brainbuster.
As an aficionado of Fisherman's Busters.
Yeah.
Very
Listen,
nice. Very nice.
Joe is really good at
Nick
them,
has received a few.
especially when he doesn't tell you it's about to happen. He'll be like, "Hey, I'm going to suplex you." All right. And then he hooks the leg, and then you can't breathe for 7 minutes. It's a great time.
It wasn't 7 minutes. It may have been 7 minutes.
It's a great time. Great time.
Hey, if you can't drop your friend on his head, who can you drop on their head?
Accurate. Perry does get the win with his running knee. I wish he would find a new finisher.
Yeah, he's shining wizard.
But yeah, my note said I expected to hate this match, but I ended up really liking it. Liking it enough that it was
And
my
I think
technical match of the night.
the problem with the running knee is too many people do it.
Well, I can only think of Ciampa.
Yeah, but most of the other people that do it just do it as a regular move.
Right. Well, honestly, not enough people do the Shining Wizard anymore, though. It's kind of a move that's disappeared.
I disagree.
I wish more people would do it, but it doesn't. It's fine.
It is what it is.
Match 2. Oh wait, we get a promo package. The Bucks are happy about Omega, but they don't trust Osprey or Mox, so they want to match with them at Redemption.
Yay!
I don't know why they didn't have a video where they were backstage saying it. It was just packaged. It was just like random shots of moves being done and wrestling being done, and things happening in the ring, and then it's just them talking. But then they show up later in the night. It makes no sense. Just cut the promo.
You got to fill that screen time up with something, I suppose.
Yeah, themselves. Put your faces out there. Talk to us.
Well, if you think about it, there's 3 separate segments for this build to this one match because the pay-per-view is a week away and they're just now building this match.
Right. Well, 2 segments, and then the last Buck segment was actually them interacting with Cage and Cope.
Even still.
Match 2, AEW TNT Championship match, Kevin Knight versus R Fox.
R Fox. I love how you say R Fox. A.R.Fox.
R Fox. Listen, I've been playing a lot of Black Flag lately.
Yeah, you're totally into the pirate mood.
Not really. I fucking hate pirates so much. Anyways, Kevin Knight wins by hitting an avalanche rock bottom. I mean, crash landing, and then
did his babyface finish.
Did his UFO splash for the win. I actually enjoyed most of this match. I thought they had pretty good chemistry together, but then again, AR Fox seems to have good chemistry with anyone. It doesn't.
It was
matter.
clunky in parts where they had to do a lot of slow down and set up for the obvious gymnastics routine they were doing.
Right. Post match, Kevin gets on commentary, and I was like, "The fuck is he getting on commentary for?" And then match 3.
Oh, to ruin our fucking night is why.
almost. So match 3 is Jake Doyle, Brian Cage, and Hechicero versus Gino Medina, Tommy Phillip, and Nick Nolan. Now, I want you to understand something. I laughed here because one of the first things Kevin says on commentary is, "My boys are about to come out here and mess up Mr. Such and Such, Mr. What's his name, and Mr. Whatever." And I was like, "Hey, I do the same thing."
I was just about to comment at your enthusiasm. Your level of enthusiasm drops so much from the introduction to the people that are on the roster to the indie talent that are about to get the crap beat out of them.
Yeah, it's so funny though because every time we get one of these squash matches with local talent, that's how I feel. I'm always like, whoever these fucking people are,
It shows in your voice. Just know it
it's
shows in your voice.
yeah. Um. So, anyways, Jake hits his body avalanche right out the gate. Listen,
Yep.
love it, love it. This is where we also find out that apparently Kevin just had his 9th title defense as a TNT champion, which is the most that anyone has had with the TNT title. So he's got a new
Can I
record.
say something? When the fuck did all these title matches happen?
We try to forget about him.
I guess because you talk about the most just bleh rain. Like, okay, 9 title defenses, I suppose.
um.
Wow,
So at some point,
TK just shoving him down our throat.
well, he's not supposed to just keep him off TV.
Well, I'm not
He's
saying
their
that.
champion.
Book him, but don't shove him down our throat.
No. There's somebody TK's trying to shove down our throat, and we'll get to him fucking later. Okay. And let me just say, it's Priest. All right. I'm just gonna say it now, but we're gonna get there later. All right.
Hey, hey,
No,
but to be fair,
no buts. One's a champion, and you're tired of seeing him, and the other guy is just Mr. Uncharismatic fucking thumb. All right.
Thumb, Mr. Thumb. At least he's only on Collision. Kevin Knight is fucking on every show.
He should be. He's a champion.
Ugh.
But yeah, no. I just we'll get to Priest later. I could have absolutely done without Kevin on commentary though. He was irritating the fuck out of me by talking.
Yeah, he was.
Um so at some point during the squash match, Adam or not Adam, I'm sorry. I'm stuck on fucking Priest now. Doyle had tagged out, Hechicero came in, and then Hechicero tagged out, and Brian Cage had come in. Blah 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 blah. Things were going crazy. People were beating each other up. Whatever. And Doyle goes outside the ring for whatever fucking reason, and just decides he's going to last ride somebody onto the fucking apron. And listen, if there's one person and one place that I don't want that combination, that's it.
Yeah, the words "ouch" come to mind.
Cage ends up getting the win with a new move that I haven't seen him do. It was a tilt-a-whirl go to sleep. Imagine that. Pump handle slam tilt-a-whirl go to sleep, by the way. It wasn't even just, it was weird. Okay. It was cool though.
He just pump handle slam, rotated him in that manner, and then hit the knee thing.
Yeah.
It was neat.
It was a quick squash. Post-match, the DCF go to jump the nobodies, and guess what, guys? We got the bell ring again. This happened twice tonight, by the way. I'm hoping it's something that
Nice.
is staying.
Well, just it was taped after Dynamite, so it's technically one show. So
right. We'll see next week. We'll see next week. But it happened twice tonight. So I mean, again, it hopefully we're getting somewhere. Hopefully we're getting
exactly. I'll take some consistency.
But yeah, so Don Callis family go to jump the nobodies, and then Speedball comes out with like half the fucking locker room, except it's really just a conglomeration, the Rascals and Commander.
Yep, pretty much.
Which is half the locker room that was there.
Sums it up.
I don't.
You're not wrong.
The other half was already out there. It's the Don Callis family. So
the only people missing were the Bucks and
the Death Riders.
Oh God, I forgot about the Death Riders.
Speaking of the Death Riders, Will is talking backstage, and he's facing some Australian dude, which it actually ends up being. It ends up being what's his name? Because I wrote it down here.
It's one of his buddies from the Indies.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Adam Brooks. And he's talking about how like the dude used to like stay at his mom's and stuff like that, and he was like, Just whatever you do, man, tonight don't take it personal. And then he backed off, and then Mox came up and was like, yeah, we're going to accept the battle with the Elite. I can't really stand them fuckers anyways. And that's pretty much that.
That is the gist of what he said. They used way more words than that unnecessarily.
Right. Then we get my favorite promo video this week. The dogs have their own PSA. And they're standing there like a couple of just very normal businessmen. And they're having a conversation about the Bang Bang Gang. And they're like, we're here to talk. They're like, if you bought the dogs that were named after us, you need to put them down.
Put them down.
Because the Bang Bang Gang are both gang affiliated and like to bang. And we cannot accept stuff like that on AEW TV. And I started laughing because I was like, this is ridiculous, and I love every minute of this.
It's so stupid because they're the heels.
They are. and then they're like, I did go back and rewatch it to get the picture to make sure that I got everything. They go on to talk about how Juice is basically a psychopath, how the Guns have a familial, lifelong misogynistic trend, which is fucking hilarious. And he's like, which is well, we'll get to them later. But he's like, yeah, a lifelong familial misogynistic trend. And then he says, then they say,
My favorite part.
Austin, Ace Austin, has hair. How did they word it though? It was just like a bad haircut. Troublesome.
I'm
the haircut that was troublesome. That's what it was. It was like his haircut is troublesome. Which is like it was because they were struggling to find anything to say about this man because he's just not on TV that much.
Which is sad because he's actually really good.
He's actually probably the best wrestler of the fucking five of them, if I'm being honest. I would have Switchblade up higher than him if Switchblade, didn't take a year and a half off. And then
yeah, they said Ace Austin's hair is problematic.
Problematic, not troublesome. And then they said, I think that was it because then he was like, and then it was Finley, and he goes, and Switchblade, don't call me. How did he word it? He says, don't call me a Nepo baby bitch. It's not my fault that your dad was a nobody. Which is ironic considering he has heat with his own dad. So like, I loved,
yeah, and maybe real life. I don't know.
I loved this whole package, and it makes me wonder why they don't do stuff like this more often. Because, so there's even a part during the video when they were talking trash where, what the fuck is the other guy's name? Connor, thank you. Connor goes to do the crotch chop, and Finley stops him because he's, trying to be serious. He's like, no, we can't do that here. It was I loved it. I loved it. I've loved every promo, video like this back and forth between the two of them. I don't know.
Ooh, and you get the rebuttal later.
Oh, we do. And I loved the rebuttal, too, because it was also ridiculous. Except for Switchblade's part, who didn't actually matter.
Well, Switchblade was more serious because he's setting up a match.
Right. Which leads to match 4, Will Ospreay versus Adam Brooks. I actually enjoyed the match. I thought Adam Brooks looked pretty decent.
The match itself was well wrestled. It was the way it was booked that I didn't like.
Yeah,
they gave him a lot of offense. They
gave a
lot of offense.
You don't like anybody getting offense.
No, that's not true. It's not true. And the referee stuff at the end that we've already talked about, where they should have either conveyed that the dude was knocked out by Will, or they should have just had Will put a submission on him and make him tap out. The tapping out, if you can tap out, you can protect yourself. So if you're not protecting yourself while you're getting forearmed into the back of your head, just feign a knockout then.
Yeah, the ref should have called it, and I do think it falls on the ref in that situation because
Yeah, because he tried to play dead. It's not all on the wrestlers.
yeah, he
Because
he
like I
tried
said, it
to
was a well wrestled match, but it took me out of it.
he tried to play dead, and then the ref was just like, "Do you give up? Do you give up? Do you give up?" And it's like, dude, just call the fucking match. Every other ref I have ever seen when Osprey does that move, is like, and it's all indie stuff. He's rarely done it
Indie
actually.
wrestler. I was just about to say indie events
Yeah,
referees who fucking aren't really referees do a better job than these full time ass referees.
yeah,
AEW, hire better referees.
and I agree with that. I like 2 of their referees, and the rest of them can get fucked because they all seem to miss something. I don't know
Well, one's just the living dead.
which one's that.
That's Knox.
Knox.
Yeah, the Young Bucks referee who refs all their matches. The skinny guy. The you know the one.
Uh,
The only other one on Fight for Forever. So you've got Aubrey and then you've got Knox on that game.
Rick Knox.
Yeah, he's the slender fucking zombie looking referee.
Is he the one that? Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of Rick Knox. I like Aubrey and Bryce.
Bryce Rensburg.
Not
I
a big.
agree.
I'm not a big fan of Rick Knox. I don't have. I don't think Stefan Smith. I don't think Stefan Smith has done anything egregious as far as refs go.
No, but he like disappears.
Yeah.
Sometimes his matches feel like there's no referee in there.
Yeah, he gets put in the matches like it'll be a title match. And it'll like the wrestlers will go outside, but the ref just completely disappears and he's like standing in the ring and he's not counting anybody out. He's just letting them fight.
He's just waiting for him to get back so he can count the 3 count.
It's like I'll be here when you come back. But no, the 2 main ones I like are Aubrey and Bryce. I think they're both pretty decent. Do I think they're the best in the business? Not at all. But
They're not even in the top 10, bro.
to be fair, I can't listen. I don't think WWE's got any good referees right now either. All the referees, again, all the referees we grew up watching were better.
Sure. Era bias, I guess.
It could be. It could be.
No, is there just a much greater attention to detail back in the day? Now you're just expected to not have an attention span and to just forgive all this bullshit.
So Osprey goes for the hidden blade. Adam Brooks spits on him. Actually, I like the way the match started. I wanted to talk about that. So Osprey, it's supposed to be like a buddy of his. He shakes his hand, goes and hugs him, and and
Dude took advantage.
Mox is on commentary, and Mox goes, "Yeah, I don't like that." And Shivani's like, "Well, why don't you like something like that?" And then all of a sudden, Adam Brooks just came in and started beating Osprey's ass.
Yeah, he let his guard down.
And Mox immediately is like, "That's why I don't like that."
Yep.
And I was like,
that was the last useful thing Mox said the whole time.
So and the story here is they just both know each other very well. So like I get why like you're like, hey, you got too much offense, but I think them having the history they've had in the ring, it makes sense. My shirt keeps riding me. But at the end of the match, Adam Brooks spits on Osprey as Osprey was coming in for the hidden blade. Will stopped in his tracks, looked at his stomach, wiped it off, and then just elbowed the shit out of him and then proceeded to give him the hammer elbows to the back of the head until he tapped because, you know, the ref couldn't just ring the fucking bell.
All right. Guy sat there for several seconds, unresponsive, getting elbowed to the back of the head. And the ref's like, you give up? You give up? And finally, he's just like, okay, God, I'll tap. Can you recognize this, you dumb fuck?
Right. Darby Allin gets a promo video where he pretty much just says he's going to humble Kevin Knight. And then my favorite match.
Did you notice? Did you notice he started out writing really big on the side of that car, and then by the time he got to Humble, he had to write it really small?
No, I was not paying too much attention to the visuals.
Have you ever wrote out anything like using big letters, like on a piece of paper, and then you always overestimate how big you can start, and then by
Always,
the time you get to the end of the word, you're starting to write it really small?
always, always.
That's what he did, except he had an entire fucking side of a car to do it on.
He could have just kept going big and then wrote right underneath it. I mean, that's an option. I don't. That's funny though. Match 5, my favorite match of the night, and I've already talked about this. This is just because Athena, she was. It wasn't even a wrestling match. She was beating the brakes off of Ava Everett, um, and then makes her tap with her submission finisher that I can never remember the name of. Um, I said I wish it was a match that mattered, but I'll never complain about having Athena on my TV.
No, and I like that they're having her on much more frequently. I still wish she would drop the ROH title so she could
Oh, they talked about how long
wrestle for
she's
more
had that
things.
motherfucker. It's almost been 4 years. I think they said it was like 48 months or almost not 48 months.
She's had it longer than anybody has had any belt in ROH history.
Yeah.
It's time to let it go and move on to something else.
She's had it for like 1,400. It was a crazy amount of time.
She's had it since she signed with them because she went there and immediately won it.
Yeah. 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 That is true. That is true. We'll see how much longer she keeps it. Because it looks like they're about to send Maya towards TBS title. Post match, the Brawling Birds come out before Athena could get out. I loved it that Athena mocked them as they walked by her. It was fantastic.
Yep.
And then what's not fantastic is match 6. I had to watch the Brawling Birds wrestle Tiara James and Kayla Lopez. Another squash match. They win with the two birds.
Those birds, yeah, those
Well,
birds be brawling.
They did their Hater Windsor move, and then they did the two birds, one stone.
Yep.
And I hated every minute of it.
Yep.
There were some arm kisses.
That's gonna be your next tag team champions. You know that's who they're gonna have the Dominion drop them to.
Listen. It's gonna get really weird. Eventually, Windsor's gonna start kissing Hater's arms, and I'm done. If that happens, I'm done. I'm leaving wrestling. I'm out. I don't care.
That'd be the end of this podcast.
Now it's gonna happen.
Probably the fucking next TV match.
I swear Tony listens to us because there's been several things that we've talked about that happen, and then I'm like, the fuck? I don't actually believe he listens to us, guys. I'm just saying there are some coincidences that do happen, and I'm like,
But
okay.
if you would like some advice, Tony, I got you, bro. I don't even need to be paid.
Match 7, Tommaso Ciampa versus Myron Reed. I actually enjoyed this match for the most part.
I enjoyed almost everything on this show. This was no exception. I'm not going to complain about a Tommaso Ciampa match.
Yeah,
Myron Reed is good.
they had a couple moments that didn't go over so well, but for the most part, it was a decent free flowing match.
Yeah, their styles don't necessarily mesh.
No, not too well.
Completely well, but
Tommaso wins with
they're pros and they did it.
Yeah, he did his power bomb onto his own knees that he likes to do, which always confuses me because I feel like that would suck. And then,
yeah, it was a power bomb into a backstabber.
After that, he hit his running knee for the win. It was the post match that got me laughing. So Ciampa walks over to the fucking announce table, and as he gets to the announce table and he starts walking behind Shivani, Paul, who had already at the very beginning of the match been like, "Is he looking at me?" Because Ciampa was staring over the ropes at him. So, as Ciampa's walking up, Paul starts to stand up, and Paul's like, "Yeah, we ain't doing this."
Yeah, we ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do this.
And he's sitting there, and all of a sudden, you see Ciampa grab a chair and pull it up so that he can stand on top of it, so he can.
He grabs Paul's commentary chair because Paul stands up, so he stands in his commentary chair so he can look him eye to eye.
Which was amazing. I thought what he was gonna say was that he's better than Jericho.
Yeah,
And
say I'm better than. I thought he was going to say I'm better than Jericho.
I thought he was gonna say I'm better than Jericho and better than you've ever been in your entire career. That's where I thought he was gonna go by getting in Paul's face. That is in fact not what happened.
They did the right thing because you can't expect Paul not to goozle his little ass and choke slam him on the table right there.
Listen, a part of me
If he
thought
did
he was
try to
about
do
to
that.
get KO punched. All right, I was expecting that. That's what I was. By the time it was over, I was like, man, he's gonna KO punch him. It'd be a great
Nah,
time.
they got to keep making Tommaso look strong so the Painmaker can beat him at the pay-per-view.
Paul's gonna interfere too.
No, Paul couldn't get down there fast enough to the ring to interfere.
Yeah, if
Unless
he's
he's
on
already
commentary.
there for commentary. Okay, we were on the same page there.
But he does tell Jericho, or he does tell him to tell Jericho. He's like, tell your friend that I'm better than him.
I know you're best friends.
And he's like, and tell him that I'm not afraid of the Painmaker. And he's like, and also tell him that the match with Jericho is going to be no holds barred. And I'm like, isn't that just a hardcore match?
Yeah, isn't this what this was already going to be?
Yeah, I didn't listen. I had no expectations other than there were going to be weapons and shit involved because that's what happens when the Painmaker comes out. Like it's kind of a stipulation with the gimmick. I don't.
Right? I didn't think they were going to be, in a fucking shooters wrestling match.
Right. I don't know. Backstage, Andrade's with Renee. And he's like, yeah, I have a new piece of jewelry, but I need to add another one. And then out of fucking nowhere, Mark Davis comes in and beats the crap out of him, puts him in a chokehold.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, good. Some interaction that didn't look awkward. Let's go.
Right? Furthering their feud, making it, a
Matter.
little less one-sided.
In-ring segment, Renee brings out Monet because they're in Boston, which is Monet's hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And she asks Renee if she knows where they are. They're in the City of Champions. She's like, the world title's coming home to me. And she said that she doesn't care who wins because that's what Renee wanted to know. Who do you think's going to win? She's like, she took Tekla out and Tekla ran to Japan. And then she took Willow out and Willow did the same thing. She says one of them hides behind fake poison and one of them hides behind a fake smile, which I thought that was a pretty good line. The fake poison wasn't, but the fake smile was. But I've seen how they had to use one to get to the other.
The fake smile line was good, but
I've seen why they used one to get to the other, so I get it. But
right.
And then she's like, it doesn't matter who's walking into All In. All that matters is who's walking out, which one of the fans beat her to saying it, which made me laugh. I'm sorry. There were like 7 fans that beat her to saying it because it was scattered throughout the thing.
Hey, the crowd was still good. So despite sitting through the very long show, they were still active and in it.
Boston's got a good wrestling crowd, man. Cage and Cope are backstage. They're going to face Pac and Claudio at Redemption. And then the Bucks walk up and kind of throw a little shade at him. And Cage goes, they're like, yeah, you guys are the, you're tag team champions right now. The belts look good on you, but we know a little thing about it, a little thing or two about it. We won them, 3 times ourselves. And the Cage looks at him and goes, well, maybe you lost them 3 times because they're just things to you. They're championships to us. And then he walked off.
Fine.
And I was like, that's fantastic. And then the Bucks look at him and they look over at Cope and they're like, we were just playing. We weren't being serious. Cage is like, rare. And then he gives him a pound and they walk off. I was like, that's fantastic. I love that Cope is stuck trying to be the good guy because Christian's just such a dick to everyone.
And that's why I like Christian Cage so much.
It's amazing. Match 8. This is where everything falls to shit. Moving here to the end of the night.
It is.
Bandito versus Adam Priest, which, to be fair, this match wasn't terrible. I don't like Adam Priest, guys. I just don't. And listen, the way Bandito won was unnecessary as well. he hit a backflip into a deadlift German suplex pin, so it was like a deadlift 21 plex, but it was in the middle of the ring. I don't know. It's unnecessary. Like the
Yeah.
backflip was unnecessary. I get it. He's a luchador. That's fine. I don't care. I don't.
They're burning me out on Bandito. He's on every fucking show.
He is. He's
and
in
I need a break.
tag matches on Dynamite, singles matches on Collisions. And there's like 15 other people on the roster we get once a month that, could use some of that time.
I need a fucking break.
Now, I don't get burnt out on people like as a whole like you do. You seem to get burnt out on everybody. But I think it more boils down to people show up and you just don't like them and they keep showing up.
I like Bandito.
Because like Bandito being on TV doesn't bother me at all. And he got to win. You're always like, hey, he never wins. There you go. He got one. Now.
Again, thanks for listening, Tony. Now, can he go away for a couple weeks so I can miss him?
Well, no. Next week he's got a match on Redemption.
Fuck, who's he fighting on Redemption? I fell asleep, so they must have ran that after I fell.
No, that was announced last week.
Oh, that was announced on Dynamite.
Earlier
they gave him the wanted poster. Oh, fuck, dude. It'll be a fine match, but then please go away.
He won't.
Please.
He'll be doing tag stuff. He'll be doing tag stuff with King.
Go defend the ROH title on ROH so I don't have to see you.
Match 9, TBS Championship match, Hikaru Shida versus Queen Aminata.
And I was fully asleep, so take her away.
So there was this part where Aminata and Shida were reversing pins, and they were doing those pins that are like where you sit on their chest and you hold their legs up. And they were doing stuff like that, and I was laughing to myself. I was like, just one of these times, I would love for Aminata to do it and just not move and force the pin and win the title.
Ooh, man. Back the Booker right into a corner.
Only because I think it would be funny. I'm waiting for something like that to eventually happen in wrestling. I feel like it hasn't in a very long time. Probably because
the last one was the
Montreal
WWE show.
Was it?
Oh, you're talking about no, I'm talking about people accidentally get wins all the time.
No, I'm not talking about accidentally.
You think you're like trying to do a screw job situation?
Yes, because I don't know. But see, the screw job in Montreal was obviously a Vince thing.
You wanted to cinch it in, huh?
I just think it would be funny. The last time somebody had to force a pin like that was probably Sting over Jeff for very obvious reasons. But like, it was happening, and it just popped in my head. I was like, man, if Aminata just sat there and said, fuck this, I'm not moving, and took that title, like, I would laugh.
A Moolah, when Moolah took the belt from, oh, fuck. Oh, God, this reference ages me tremendously, so we'll just drop it. But Moolah, Vince had Moolah cinch in a pin on somebody to get the strap off of him before WWE went away with the title for like 30 years.
That's Vince doing it, right? He's like, yeah, cinch it in. I'm talking about a wrestler just going out there and being like, you know what, fuck this.
Well, if you're a wrestler, you got to be careful too, because if you do it and there's going to be it's on after that, right? Like there's a fight.
Yeah.
Like right then and there.
Now, obviously, we know that didn't happen. So, those are just things that pop in my head. There's a part during this match too, and it's something I'm getting tired of seeing, and it happens more in women's matches than other matches. And I'm not saying it's the women's fault; it just happens to be where it happens most at. But there's this thing that happens a lot in wrestling, where someone goes to get themselves disqualified by using a weapon, and they overextend the weapon shot so that the ref can easily grab it while they're in the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm just tired of seeing it because it happens a lot. It's not even like they don't even swing the weapon back like they normally would if they were just going to lay in a weapon shot. They like overdo it so that the ref has no problem reaching.
They reach way back so the ref can pull it from behind.
So, and this one was more egregious than normal because, like, when Shida goes to throw her arms back to do it, the fucking kendo stick goes through the fucking top and middle rope. So it's like, how were you going to swing this down any fucking ways? Because I don't. You were going to get caught on the rope. Like there's that. There's nothing going on here. I don't know. But she ends up getting the win because she gets a roll up and puts her feet on the ropes. Classic heel pin.
Yep.
And then post match, Shida was getting beat down Shida was beating down Amanada with a kendo stick. We got more bell rings. And then Maya's light R&B song came on, and she came out and chased Shida off, and that's where they announced it's going to be Shida versus Maya World at Redemption.
And I could care less.
You couldn't care less is the proper term.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Because I could care less. I care about a little bit, but it is definitely at the bottom of my interest level on this card.
That will be an interesting one to predict, though.
Yeah, because are they gonna go ahead and let Maya get a
the
title,
sympathy train continue to roll through the stations,
or is she
at
just gonna
Shida's expense?
or is she gonna keep having hurdles? I mean, I wouldn't say at Shida's expense. Let's be fair. Shida's been pretty meh.
I don't disagree with that. Shida has not set the world on fire thus far with her title reign.
You know, also, interestingly enough, that's the end of the show, by the way. We just got a little bit more to talk about. Did you watch the video that I sent you and Kristen? The Motor City Machine Gun video?
Probably. Oh no, I've so you sent it to me and I had already heard about it on like Wrestling Observer and stuff, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so they were going through and talking, and it was funny because there's Alex Shelley, and what's the other guy's name?
Chris Sabin.
Chris Sabin, thank you. So, they're going through, and Chris is struggling because this is their first video post being released from the WWE, and Alex is like, "Yeah, man, it's funny. I know who they are individually, and I've seen them wrestle way less than the Bucks, and I still don't know who the Bucks are."
That's sad. Well, to be fair, they have two distinct hair colors
and looks,
aren't twins,
right?
Well, aren't brothers.
I didn't remember. I didn't remember Chris Sabin by name initially, but like I know who Alex Shelley is by look. So
sure.
Alex was always my favorite of the two. I bet Chris is your favorite. Because that's just how that goes.
I don't necessarily have a favorite. I like them both
nice.
pretty equally.
I said that, guys, because that's usually how it happens. We both like opposite.
Yeah, we like the opposite. Sometimes you have to, be united. Like Shawn Michaels is obviously the better of the Rockers.
Well, no shit.
All that hindsight to pull from there. Way to reach out and put yourself out there on that one.
Who's your favorite wild Samoan, though? I don't care.
Me neither.
So, and listen, we would both agree that Macho Man was the better of the Mega Powers. I mean, come on.
Certainly the better worker. It's not even close.
But no. So, yeah. So Chris is all depressed and stuff, and Alex is like, "Man, you're going through the 7 stage or 5 stages of grief," and they're going through and describing each stage of grief, and it's showing different videos of Chris dealing with those stages, those individual stages. The sadness one made me laugh because he started doing the Johnny Gargano thing where he's laying around on his stomach on things.
And planking.
And Alex looks at him and goes, "Man, I've seen this somewhere before." And then they get to the end, and they open up a box, and they're going through all these different wrestling contracts. Now, the original video that I saw on Twitter stopped when they opened the box, and I was like, "Aw!" But then it had a link that was like the full video here, so I went to YouTube, and it actually goes further than that. And they're going through different company contracts and individual. And I want to say that it feels like most of the companies that were trying to hire them were made up, because I had never heard of any of them. It's possible they could be indie companies. Don't get me wrong, but I'd never heard of any of them. And then they get to
Yeah, because I haven't seen the thing. I don't know. I'll have to watch the video later.
But then they get to the final one, and they don't actually show it. And all of a sudden, Alex goes, "I think this is what acceptance is." And I'm pretty sure we all know what it's going to end up being. It's going to be they're going back to TNA. I'm kidding. They're going to end up in AEW. But, but
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up at TNA.
I wouldn't be surprised either, right? Do I want them in AEW personally? Yes, because they're a fantastic fucking tag team.
They would mesh so much better there.
They would. They would.
Than they did with the WWE.
And it's where we all wanted them to go in the first fucking place. Like, I knew when they were going into WWE that it wasn't going to be as good as what people were hoping.
It started out good though.
Yeah, they won the titles like immediately, but like nobody knew who they fucking were.
You're not wrong. The Royal Rumble we went to and the match they had there, which was a good match, but it was fucking crickets.
Yeah. And it's wild to me that, like, I get it. They didn't have the partnership with TNA back then when they were dominating. But like, I don't know. There's just certain tag teams where I just feel like you just know who they are, whether you're super familiar with the product they're a part of or not. That's like people lying to themselves and not knowing about, like, if Kenny Omega showed up over there, right?
Right.
Like, people knew who AJ Styles was. He showed up and everybody fucking popped.
Yeah.
So it surprises me when a tag team like the Motor City Machine Guns show up and they're cool, whatever. Like, what? They were like the best tag team in TNA for like 20 years.
As far as like
athletically,
we'll call them TNA originals, but yeah.
I
wouldn't say they're the best tag team that ever wrestled in TNA.
No. Yeah, no, because the Tudleys are just the best tag team ever. I think
Agreed.
Objectively the best tag team ever.
Agreed.
That's not. They're not my favorite by any means, but
I would agree.
I
would agree.
But yeah, no, I love Devon so much. Did you ever watch the video where he was talking to where he was talking about how they first started doing the "was up" thing and how he didn't want to do it?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "I don't want to shake my tongue at somebody's crotch right before jumping into it." Like that's. And then Vince was like, "You need to do more of that." And he was like, I'm going to, I guess.
Yeah, Devon spent his entire career being talked into things by Bubba and promoters and other things.
Accurate.
It's just
accurate.
Yep.
But hey, it got him where he was.
He had a hell of a career.
Hell of a career. Except for that weird stint where he was with Batista. But that's another story.
Deacon Batista.
Yeah.
Or he was Reverend Devon.
That's when they tried to split him up and put him on different shows, and it sucked.
They did split him up and put him on different shows, and it was terrible.
Anyways, that is going to do it for our show, because we could ramble on about random, useless wrestling facts for a while.
You're not wrong.
So with that being said, we love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next time. Deuces!
Later.